Joseph Joshua. I grew up about 100 miles from here in Cincinnati, Ohio area, one of the roughest neighborhoods in Cincinnati. And I grew up, in a household where the first few years of my life, we ended up going to church and learning about the Bible and learning about the Most High. And then I strayed from the path. How many people have strayed from the path at one point or another in life? All right, that was me. So I got involved with selling drugs. I sold crack cocaine. I smoked marijuana. I smoked hash. I was an alcoholic. All kind of different things happened in my life. At the age of 20 years old, I threw my hands up and I yielded to my Heavenly Father. And for basically the last 20 years, I've been on this path. It's been filled with ups and downs, smiles and frowns, but I wouldn't trade it in for nothing. All right, so now I'm an author of a few different books. I'm the author of 12 Fundamental Laws of Wisdom and Spiritual Prophetic Meaning of Numbers. I have another book called The Wisdom, the World's Greatest Hidden Treasure. In these books, it gives individuals practical knowledge on how to be able to enhance the quality of their lives. These 12 principles are being taught by individuals now around the world. All right, so I'm thankful for the Christy Love Foundation allowing me to come in here today and be able to share some uplifting words with you all. All right, because I want to be able to share something today that can put you on a trajectory to enhance the quality of your lives. How many people here want to enhance the quality of your lives today? All right, so this is a place, some people will even say like a hospital, a place to help rehabilitate and bring somebody back to a higher status of life. But do you believe that this is going to be your final state? You won't stay here for the rest of your life, right?
No.
How many of you all want to own your own businesses? She said, I don't want to run my own business. No. How many of you all want to employ others? Not just start your business, but help others. All right. How many of you all want to have facilities where you can house individuals that may be less fortunate? You want to give back to your community? All right, cool. That's all right. So I'm talking to some people that have that initiative and that drive. So, it's some key components that we are going to have to take in mind if we want to go to the next level here. How many people, one more time, by show of hands, want to go to the next level? All right, I'm talking to the right people. All right, so in my life, growing up, I was considered an underdog. I guess I wasn't tall enough. Sometimes I wasn't strong enough. And my education, I barely made it out of high school. So it wasn't because I was, illiterate or dumb. It's just the fact that I didn't apply myself. And there are some tools that's given to you all here in this foundation that if you apply yourselves and take a hold of them, it can take you to a whole nother level. All right, so the tools that are afforded to you, what are some of the tools that's given to you here in order for you to succeed? By a quick show of hands.
The 12 steps.
12 steps. Oh, that's amazing. That's a good number, 12, right? What else? And got your hand up in the back? Huh? Say what again? Sponsorship. Okay, sponsorships are key. A roof. Man, that's a beautiful thing right here, just to have a roof over your head. And that's something that a lot of us take for granted. Back there in the back. Spiritual development is key. And that's where I come from. I come from the spiritual aspect of things, because just trying to go off of philosophy, just trying to go off of your own thoughts and things, it's not going to get you, I don't believe it's going to get you that far, but it's something about the power of the word of the Most High. It's something about that's encoded in the pages that when it gets a hold of your spirit, it causes something to change, all right? So it's a couple different things I want to go over real quickly. There's some individuals in here today that have had some opportunities in life and you may not have made the best of them. Me, myself, I go back to my life. I was one of the top basketball players in the state of Ohio at one time. I was on the road to going to the NBA. I made some bad decisions. I started smoking marijuana, and I wasn't just a casual user of it, I was an abuser of it. I was smoking 10, 11, 12 joints a day. I would smoke before I played. I would smoke before I went out in front of hundreds of people and played on the basketball court. All these people were coming from all these different miles away to see our team play. And little by little, my scholarships and the schools that were interested in me, they just started going down and down and down. Finally, to when I lost our last game in the University of Dayton, Ohio, I felt like I had nothing else to live for. How many of you in this room feel like you had nothing else to live for at some time or another? All right, I'm talking to the right people today. Had nothing to live for. Why didn't I have anything else to live for? Because I did not have goals and I did not have dreams. I did not have any aspirations. I didn't pull out my first goal board until I was 20 years old. You can laugh at me if you want to. 20 years old, I didn't write down my first goal for myself until I was 20 years old. And it was a project in school. All right, she's looking like, man, I don't know if I ever wrote down any goals. So, and she's being real, right? She's being honest. This is something that you're going to have to do. And today I want to really talk about just overcoming obstacles. Overcoming obstacles. One of the obstacles that I had to overcome was addictions. All right? When I talked about marijuana, it was a God to me. I went and I searched for it every single day. I had to get up in the morning, I had to smoke it before I brushed my teeth. I had to have 3 or 4 people over my house passing joints around to each other. If I had a good day, I was smoking. If I had a bad day, I was smoking. Just like the other drugs and things that we depend on a day-to-day basis. But when you do these things, when you're putting all your trust into a chemical substance, that thing has become your God. And our Heavenly Father, I don't know the one you serve, but the one I serve, he said, you should not have any gods before me. He don't want you putting a drug or a substance or anything before him, and I was chasing after them. Some people may not be a drug. Some people might be food. We have gluttons. We have individuals that when their food tells them to jump, they say, how high? So these are the things that we have to overcome, these obstacles, these struggles. And one of the ways that we overcome these obstacles and these struggles is that we have a strong desire to overcome. I could not personally stop smoking until I had a desire to want to stop smoking. And when I was smoking marijuana, 8, 9, 10 joints a day, I'm going to be honest with you all, I did not want to stop. It felt so good to my flesh. It made me escape my present troubles. It made me escape my cares. And I was able to get wrapped up into this substance. And for that hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or however long I was in that state of mind, I didn't care about anything else but that feeling. But it's more to life than just your high. There are people that's dependent on you. Do we have any mothers in front of me right now? Guess what? You have children that's depending on your success. They're depending on what you're going to do in this program. Are any of you away from your children right now? Because you're grown? Because they're grown? Okay, they decide, okay, I don't just want to be around them, right? I'm just making a little joke, right? Right? But your children are depending on you. They're depending on you to overcome the obstacles that are in front of you right now. So you have to have a strong determination, a strong desire. You have to see yourself at a higher level. Because there's no one that's going to see you at a higher level if you don't see yourself first. Y'all ever heard of a story where the children of Israel were marching into a certain land and they went to go spy out this land? And they came back and they gave the elders a report. They said, we went into the land, it was plenteous, and the people there, they're giants, and we look like grasshoppers, right? You ever read that story before, heard about it? Well, it's a story where it was an army of men that was going in to look at a group of people. It was a land that they were supposed to possess themselves. It was a land that was given to them. All they had to do was go in and bring back to Moses, a certain prophet in the Bible, bring him back a report and tell him what the land was all about. And they said, we look like grasshoppers in our own sight. Listen, if you look at yourself as like a grasshopper, your enemy is going to look at you like a grasshopper. Everybody outside is going to look at you like a grasshopper because you don't see yourself at a high level. And I know right here in front of me, we have leaders. We have individuals that can make it back to be mothers to their children. We have individuals in here that if they get over this substance or get over whatever struggles or trials, you have great things ahead of you. Now, I don't want to speak like I'm speaking down to anyone because I'm just passionate and I'm excited when I speak. All right, I understand there's been some horrific things that's been taking place. Even in the founders, you know, we talked a while ago. Was it about a year ago? Is it Angela? We talked about a year ago too, and he was telling me about the different things that she had to overcome. I looked at it on the website. Like, so you're right here under a strong leader, a woman that's overcome many obstacles. All right, but I know that there are some other women in here that can overcome some of these same type of obstacles as well. If you believe, I want you to raise your hand right now and say, I believe.
I believe.
That's what it is. Y'all ever heard of a man in the Bible named Jesus?
Yes.
I like to call him by his Hebrew name, Yahshua, right?
Yeah.
When he walked through the towns, into the villages, He asked people a certain question. He said, do you believe that I'm able to do this? All he did mainly was he touched and agreed with their belief. So if you don't believe that you can overcome a habit or a struggle or addiction, then you're done before you start. I'm here to touch and agree with you today. I'm here to be able to speak to your mind, to your conscience today, to tell you that you have greatness inside of you. If no one else ever told you in the last 5 years, if no one else ever told you in the last 6 months, I'm here to tell you today there's great things inside of you, my sister. Your children need you. They need you to be the best version of yourself. All right? One of the other things that's very important about you going into another high altitude, because they have a saying out in the world that your attitude determines your altitude. How many people are here or walking around here with a nasty attitude? If you're walking around in this building with a nasty attitude, it's going to affect what you get from this program. And you're not going to be able to see the maximum benefits because you're going to be mad at the founder. You're going to be mad at the people that work here. You're going to be mad at the fact that you have to report to a building to hear someone like me talk to you. You're going to say, I done heard no people come in here and talk already. Instead of extracting the value from it and saying, maybe it's something within this, when this woman comes by and speak or this next man comes and speak, maybe they're going to say something to me. I appreciate my sister. She got her pen out right there. That's what when the individual is speaking and they're sharing their heart, they want to see someone taking notes. They want to see somebody being engaged because they're showing that they're really taking it in and they want to make a difference in their lifestyle. I want to be able to come back 6 months from now, a year from now, and they say, well, the women that was here when you came and talked to them, they no longer here no more. They no longer here no more, not because they got into trouble, not because they went and somebody hurt them or harmed them or killed them, it's because they got their children back. They back mothers over their children again. Oh, such and such, she run her own business now. That's the report that I want to have when I come back down the road from here. I want to hear the elder. He over here talking to the young man, giving them wisdom. My brother right here, he's out here doing some amazing things. All right, but you all have to see this for yourself.